This is a emergency broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 144. We are on for Friday night. Yep. So now we've got a very interesting thing to talk about tonight.
We've got a lot of interesting things.
I have just saw something interesting on the television. A little clips of something.
It was on Apple Trailers.
I hope we can get this guest on tonight.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
Pierce? I hope Pierce is on the line. I want to talk to him if he can get him on the line.
Pierce, we call out to you wherever you are.
Yeah, because I have just saw something you might be interested in.
Call. Pierce or anybody who has comments on this very important topic. Call in 319-527-5016. Chuck will patch in, and you can talk to us about what? What are we talking about, Uncle?
Right. Hey, before you get any further, I just remembered something that I should have mentioned to you off air, but I'll just do it right here, right now. You know, Uncle also wanted to talk about electric cars.
That too.
Yeah, and not tonight maybe, but I do have a guy in mind for you that wants to talk to you about electric cars, both shows.
Let's get him on the air.
Yeah, well,
let's get him on the air right now.
I can't get him this second, but maybe in the coming weeks, you guys can get him. You remember Larry Woods? He was on the show with you guys?
Yeah, he was on before. Yeah.
Well, he wanted to talk to me about electric cars. I said, you know, I'm not all that interested in talking about that tonight, but I do know two guys that would be. And I reminded him about being on the show, and he said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'd love to come back on Aaron's and Uncle's show." So he was my guest tonight. So you know, let's get him for another week. All right.
Yep. I'll also say to everybody that I have been talking to Artisan Love too, and he might be back on the show sometime soon too, hopefully. So I've been talking to him on Twitter. Do you remember Nick Artisan Love?
Is that the one with the rainbow?
He was on the New Year's show. He has the British accent.
If they don't get on the show recently for me, then I will forget who they are. See how I am?
Yeah. I think you'll remember him when he comes back.
Uncle's thinking of the double rainbow guy, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, we need to have Bear back on too. I've also been talking to him on social media, so we should have him just on another show for a regular show too.
Oh yeah.
You got to start picking up the guest around here now. We got to move it with the guest.
Yeah. We've made some good relationships
tonight. I can
people.
see what I'm going to be doing tonight, chatting with the sidekick here.
Well, someone might call in.
We got the phone lines open. Everything's working, running full tilt boogie, Uncle. So, you know, it's up to them to call in. Let's call in, guys. Right?
Yeah. 319-527-5016. Uncle, what is it that we want to talk about tonight?
We want to talk about the clip of Top Gun. We just saw, actually, his wife told me about it, and I said, it's not on television yet. No, it's only part of it. Now, I got me a little confused.
This is the trailer for the new movie.
Part of it, of what's going to start it.
Top Gun Maverick.
What's going to happen? So far, it looks like just what we were talking about here, exception of we can't figure out who's the sergeant. I'm trying to figure I saw the face, but I couldn't remember the name.
The actor that plays his commanding officer in that. I forget that guy's name too. Anybody in the chat room help us out who has seen the new trailer for Top Gun. Yeah. I want to say Edward someone. He's super recognizable actor. He was in the movie The Truman Show. He played the bad guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me for some reason, but he's in it apparently. He's in this new Top Gun Maverick trailer?
Because they haven't called him Maverick yet. But what we saw of it was a little clip of what's going to come.
Yeah, what do you think of this new trailer, Uncle? What's going on in this?
It seemed like a regular old trailer where people live in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of them.
Did it seem like Top Gun? I mean, was it recognizable as Top Gun?
It was. And like the garage was opened.
Mm-hmm.
Saw the planes.
Yes.
Actually was there.
Yeah.
And that's where it showed it. They showed where those guns were, those planes were sitting in the garage.
Yes.
So that part of it, what I saw, was what's going to start it. And then they showed the low carrier.
The flying super low. Oh, yeah.
The carrier that carries the train, the plane.
Yeah. The aircraft carrier.
Aircraft carrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a lot of familiar imagery in this trailer that harkened back to the original film. I mean, tons of stuff they just threw in there. It's like, geez Louise, they're really...
Boy, they really got this thing going. It's amazing how they got it started, though.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it would start this way.
Yeah.
But it started just what we figured it would start as.
Yeah, it appears as though Maverick is just the same old pilot he ever was. He's just kind of, as far as the trailer goes, it's just him continuing to fly. I just looked. Of course, this was 20 years later. Oh gosh, how many?
It had to be later than his first one, but it seems I know he's older in this one.
This is it's more than 30 years
like
later.
His old man was.
Yeah.
This is like his old man. His face was just like his old man was.
Yeah.
I mean, it shows it, and then it shows in the beginning of it, just the body face used to.
Oh, yeah.
They changed that too. I know what I'm talking about.
You're telling me that they put makeup on Tom Cruise to make him appear old.
Right.
Okay.
And that's what I'm looking at. That's what I looked at.
So in Top Gun Maverick, the Top Gun 2 essentially, you're going to see Tom Cruise as you've never seen before, made up with all sorts of makeup to make him appear as though he's old.
Yeah. And that's the first thing that hit me was that.
Interesting.
So, look at this man is old. I mean,
he doesn't look the way he did in that first movie.
That first movie? No, he ain't. Let me peek. He ain't a little kid. A little man.
He almost was.
Not in this one. This one, he's a man. Actually a man.
Yeah, he's a man, all right.
I mean, a man.
He's an old man.
Old man. Is what I'm talking about.
He was a young man in the first movie.
Yeah,
very
young man in the first movie, but not this one. This one, he was old man. He actually was an old man.
It's due to the special effects wizardry of Hollywood.
I really can't understand, but I don't know how they do it.
How they make him look? How they make him look like that?
That's what's puzzling me right now. Well, we'll wait till that 2020 comes out.
It's one of life's great mysteries.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting to see what happens.
That's an actual quote from Maverick in this trailer. He says that.
Yeah, and they did show the other girl that's going to be with him. But it's the same.
Yeah. They showed a clip
of her.
Of a woman. It's probably going to be a love interest for him.
Right. But
there's a lot of interesting stuff. Lots of fan service. A lot of it's like, geez, did they just remake the first one? It's like they even had like a volleyball scene clip and like the clip where they're in the bar playing the piano and the characters look the same like they did in the first one. It's like, what are they doing with this?
They make it what it looks like they're doing. Of what I saw.
Yeah.
Making the people older.
Yeah.
Older face.
Okay.
Older skin. Being like,
is Val Kilmer in this?
Val Kilmer.
I wonder if he's gonna be in it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that we didn't see
Iceman.
Val Kilmer, but what we saw is who the men were for a clip of it. But I'm sure there's a lot more actors going to be in it. But we won't know what we're going to see.
It only showed us basically Tom Cruise and that other guy who's a classic. I mean,
and that's his
I can't
boss.
remember his
classic.
So we know those guys are in the movie. Other than that, we don't know.
That they just showed a little clip of what's going to happen.
I'm getting a message on the chat room from Creative Excellence. He says
he says
Kilmer is on the movie page, so I guess he's going to be in this one.
Kilmer?
So Iceman should be in this.
Oh, Iceman.
I guess.
Well, yeah. I'm sure that they're going to put Iceman in something. But what I'm interested in is who is his partner, the one that died
Goose.
I wonder if they're going to be an actor for him, or is it just him passing on?
Well, that clip in the bar where somebody's playing the piano, there's a character who has a mustache and looks a lot like Goose.
I didn't notice it.
So whoever it was even looked like Goose did. So it's not Goose, obviously, but I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on. With this
well, that one I didn't see that part, but what I saw was,
Uncle, we're not going to stop talking about the Top Gun Maverick movie trailer, but what we could do is perhaps do a simultaneous dollar store beer review while we talk about this. Do you think we're able to multitask like that?
Yeah, we can talk about. I hear we finally got another beer.
Yeah, we have another beer. You want to see it?
We got to see where's Wine Bob Wine.
Bum Wine Bob.
Bum Wine Bob, call in, please.
Yeah.
We're doing your favorites.
Anybody who wants to see an image of Dutch Republic we drank last week, it's on the Instagram page now. I just posted that today, so you can. You can see an image of that winning beer.
I truly don't know what Sidekick does on his.
There you go.
Off here.
So that was last week's beer. This week we have another can. This is just a standard 12-ouncer. Yeah, what is this called?
Working home.
Session IPA. So I guess Session IPA might be the.
Where's it from?
I'm trying to find that. So this is one of many IPAs they had at the dollar store. It was by the same, I guess it's Session IPA as the brewery, because they had like 5 or 6 different IPAs all by the same brewery.
Well, at least they're moving up in the world.
Oh, here we go.
Making some new ones.
Brewed by Way Out West Brewing Company, Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon?
Yeah, so it comes from the Northwest.
Anybody know where Chalk is?
Bend, Oregon.
Oh, boy. Sidekick.
So this is an IPA, much to my chagrin, but it's a low alcohol by volume. That's how I chose this IPA out of the 6 they had. I chose the lowest alcohol by volume.
Oh, you want to take the low ones from these?
Well, my hope was that it wouldn't taste so terrible that way.
Oh, so the low ones are better than the higher ones.
I find when they get so high in alcohol content, they start tasting really bad. So,
no, the last week's one was tasting good.
Well, yeah, that was a lager.
That one was excellent. But now when I taste that one to this one, I'm going to tell you right away.
That's exactly what we're going to do, Uncle. We're going to compare last week's. Last week we had a lager beer. This week we have an IPA. So we're going to see not only where this beer is on the scale 1 to 10, but where IPAs are in regard, comparing them to a lager, like from last week's beer.
I've been making them a little lower, the IPAs, that I remember when I was judging these before.
You ready to drink this, Uncle?
Let's have a drink out of this.
We're going to open up
pop can.
Opening up Working From Home, Session IPA. Whoa, look out. Uncle and I just had to do some damage control on this can because it was fizzing up.
Comfort control.
You okay there? Oh, my gosh.
Why didn't you tell me it was a shaker?
I didn't know this was going to happen either, Uncle.
Tell me it was a shaker. I wouldn't have done that.
I didn't think I shook it on the way up here. I thought I
did something. Oh, pants all wet.
Well, we all right over there? We're going to smell like IPAs. As long as we can stink up the entire closet, we'll be okay. So anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
you guys literally just had the beer pop off and just start spraying on you guys.
Exactly there, Chuck. Exactly what happened. The man comes with the beer. The man just opens up the pop thing,
and
hilarious. It shake. I didn't even shake the darn thing, and here I am, got all over my pants. This is ridiculous.
Well,
I never had something like this before.
This is got to open it slow.
This is the point in the show where you have to ask yourself, is my wife mad at me or something? Maybe she shook them all up before I went to go get it.
Get that door shut. Oh, he's gonna get kicked in by the wall here by these split dishes.
If she wasn't mad at me, she will be now that the closet smells like IPA.
Better not have got it on her good shoes. I'll tell you that much.
Correct.
I'm used to it. I'm on barefoot right now.
But
Wow.
yeah, we just had I cracked the can. I was able to get what suds were coming up before they went over the rim too badly, at least. I mean, got a little bit over.
But what it was, I didn't realize that this would pop that bad. I mean,
I didn't either. I didn't shake it. I don't know what happened.
Here, didn't shake it. Put in the can, popped the can, and it's blowing up like it's been shook.
Well,
I mean, I don't get this.
I didn't shake it. I don't know what happened, Uncle. You know, I wouldn't have done that.
Hey.
But anyway, what about the taste of this, Uncle? Is it good? I'm actually gonna say something surprising and say that it tastes all right.
To me, right away.
Yeah.
This tastes like a dark beer.
You think it tastes kind of like a porter or something?
Dark beer, right off.
That's what it tastes
off.
like too. Okay.
Dark beer, because the taste I get out of it is that. Just that. Is that the darker beers get this kind of taste.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that, I guess. It's an IPA, but I gotta say, yeah, it's not. It's okay. Sometimes these IPAs can be all right. We had one on the New Year's show actually that was okay. I'm gonna liken this to that. That this is an okay IPA. It does have taste. It has a taste which isn't horrendous. It's all right. And again, I believe I'm gonna say that it's got to be due to the low alcohol content that the taste isn't so bad.
Do you have a beer on you? We don't do that.
I don't think he does, but we do.
I know.
We're drinking this. But how about this? Let's get back to our multitasking, Uncle. We're drinking beer. We're going to let this sink in a bit.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep talking about Top Gun Maverick. And we're going to get back and review this 1 to 10 in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute, Will.
We got to do everything tonight. But anyway... Here, I'll make space for you there. There you go. But anyway, what have we not talked about on the Top Gun Maverick trailer?
Well, we did not talk about was the planes. We've had these planes. We saw how he did the planes.
Yeah.
We got the planes going. He did the same way he did in the first
fighter jet
of these planes. Mm-hmm. These planes actually going around just like we figured he would. Yeah.
Yeah, flying.
But then what he says to his sergeant, he says, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. All that. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Where do you go?"
It's the military. That's what you do.
Uncle, you have a caller on the line, just so you know.
Who is it and what's your name? Let's get them talking. No, wait a minute.
Caller.
Uncle, what's going on?
Hey, you're back again. This is the winner of the show.
The winner of the show.
That's right.
That's
what do
him.
I get, Uncle?
That's him. No. That's him.
Welcome.
Prayer man.
What?
The prayer man.
the prayer. Oh, yeah. And we're talking about Seth.
Seth. That's Seth.
Oh, no. It's not the prayer man, Uncle. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
This is. I know who this is. Uncle, please tell me you know who this is.
Wait a minute. Now you lost.
We're going to make him guess here. It starts with a party, ends with a people.
Oh, I know. Mom.
This is Rod.
Rod, that's you.
The party boy, Uncle.
Where you been up to? I mean, hey, where you been doing?
You know. I haven't been doing much. I mean, to be honest with you.
Let's get moving here. Get your thing going again, will you?
Uncle needs more party people in his life, Rod. He doesn't know what to do.
I understand.
Man, why is this kind of stuff?
I know it, Uncle. I'm sorry. Every Tuesday that goes by, I'm like, that's another Tuesday. I didn't put an episode out for Uncle.
Tuesday, it's for you guys.
That was the release date, right? Every Tuesday it was, Rod.
Every Tuesday.
No. Well, toward the end, it was like every other Tuesday.
Well, Tuesday, are you still on your job doing that? I haven't.
No.
You're not?
Not anymore, Uncle. No.
You stopped completely? What happened?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been gone for almost a year now.
I wonder why we
no more
my
party
feelings.
people.
You're telling me you haven't been listening?
Well, Well, if I was, you were not broadcasting no more. And when you don't broadcast, I stop showing. Hey, two can play this game.
Fair enough, Uncle.
Two can play this game. You don't call in.
Yeah,
you don't have a
for sure.
slump. And what do you want me to do?
Well, all I'll say is that this is a special occasion. Rod, it's exciting to hear your voice.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks for calling in, man. This is exciting to hear you again.
Throwing stuff you haven't got.
Yeah, I had been meaning to call in for a long time, but then, I stuff happens. I don't know what happens. But anyway, I just happened to get away real quick from the wife. Uncle, you know what that's like, right?
Oh, you got her. Yes, I forgot.
Wait. Denise, shout out to Denise.
That's your side of the corner.
She's my doppelganger.
But that one I don't understand. Doesn't like Beatles. I'm not going to talk. She don't know music, man. She don't know music. Like me and Rod knows. At least me and Rod knows music. I mean, that is like this.
That's why I had to end the podcast. I couldn't. How could I have a music podcast with somebody who doesn't like the Beatles? Am I right?
Yeah. Well, that was a reason. See, I even make his reasons. I get his reasons why he stops. Sidekick, get with the program here.
Reasons.
Okay, I'm with it. I understand. I get it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was just watching.
But anyway, Uncle, I don't want to take too much of your airtime, but I just wanted, since we're on the topic of ending podcasts and not doing it anymore and all that stuff, I thought I'd ask you and then, get off the air here and I'll let you, wax poetic about it. But, what keeps you going? You know what I mean? Last week you were a little upset because you couldn't take callers and you were like, what's the point? Like, why am I doing this? Just like end the episode, forget it. So I just want to know, what keeps you going after all these years? You know what I mean? And I guess any advice to people that... Yeah,
what happened last week, that was a complete lost story. I mean, I can tell you that was a lost story because I couldn't hear anybody, and barely had the man.
The technical difficulties. Whoa!
My producer, that's doing it on the phone, I had to call in. The phones were dead. Couldn't call anybody because it was messed up. And on his first hour, had said he got people. I said, what is this with me and your voice now? And then come to my hour, dead. What was wrong with it? Yeah, but now it's...
but even through that, you push through it. So I guess I just want to know, what's that drive you have for podcasting? You know what I mean? But I guess with that, I'll just let you guys talk about that. Oh. And Uncle, it's always great hearing you. It's always great chatting with you, Aaron. And,
absolutely.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, Rod. Man, this is you're taking off then, huh? It was great to hear you, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah. I didn't want to take too much of you guys this time, but I just wanted to say hi real quick. I know I'd been saying I was going to call for a while, so just wanted to get that in.
Did you have any quick thoughts on Top Gun Maverick? You have anything to bring to the table when it comes to that?
The new one that we just heard.
Well, I mean, I feel like Uncle's going to get mad at me because I have never even seen the original Top Gun.
No.
So.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Oh my god!
The original one?
No, I haven't.
Go listen to it.
I've never seen.
Get on that and listen to that, and then if you want to call in when we see the new one, when we get to see the new one, we're going to do broadcast to do that old one to the new one. I'm going to do that once we
do a little comparison.
We're passing of it. So listen to that one.
I think I have a whole year, right? I think I have a whole year to watch the new one.
Watch the
You got to catch up, Rod.
Watch the old one. Watch the old one and then watch the new one
first. Watch the old one first, and then we'll talk then. I mean, I'm not going to. We don't know what's going to happen in the first. This one, because we just saw the clip of it tonight. That's all I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. It's a clip.
Yeah, the trailer. That's right.
The trailer part. But
that's all we got.
That's all we've got.
That's all we got going for us
you
so
go
far.
Listen to the old one, and then we'll go from there.
You got your assignment, Rod.
You got your assignment, Rod.
I got it. Next time I call in, I will have watched the original Top Gun.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Rod, call it again. Can you call it again sometime? We love hearing from you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anytime. You guys got it.
All right, great to hear from you, man. Say hello to Denise for us.
I will.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Bye, man.
Bye.
Take care. Oh, there he goes, Uncle.
That's a shame he stopped.
Well,
I'm really surprised. I mean, all this stuff, all him go on.
Well, it's like he's saying, Uncle, it's tough to keep this kind of thing going. It's hard work.
I didn't realize it was that hard, but now that I'm seeing that he's having the problem, so
you have to realize that they were doing their show for a long time before we started doing this show too. So they've been going for a number of years.
I meant to ask him how long was it, but I didn't.
I don't know what year they started, but they had a lot of episodes of. Yeah. We're talking about the Listening Party podcast.
Yeah, Listening Party podcast.
Which was has been shouted out many, many times on this show.
I burned the shout outs on this. Yeah. I mean, because I kept saying it to them, and now that I heard that he's not doing it no more, well,
yeah, it's sad. These things happen though. It's tough to keep going. We were guests on the Listening Party podcast in studio. We went to go see Ron and Denise at their home, and we recorded a show there, and it was awesome. Yeah. We in turn had them come out here and record a show of Uncle the Podcast for an episode. That was fun. Yeah. So it was good to talk to Rod again. Yeah, it's cool.
It was good to talk to him.
Good. It's cool.
Sort of missed the fella.
I know. We miss him. We miss.
Now that we had that, let's see now. Anybody else on that line, Chuck? We got some more moving.
We want to hear somebody who's seen Top Gun, the first movie.
No, the first movie.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
The first person that saw the first Top Gun #1.
Have you seen Top Gun #1 and the Top Gun Maverick trailer? We want to hear your thoughts.
Trailer on the side clip of it.
Yeah, indeed. So anyway, we're drinking an IP here. Clearly, it's working. I don't know if this 4.7 alcohol by volume is accurate, but we're drinking an IPA. We're talking about Top Gun Maverick. We're podcasting. Yeah. We're broadcasting. We're doing all that stuff. We're multitaskers, Uncle.
Multitaskers. Well, I got to say one thing. I'm going on, and the party people, hard to say, off the air.
Go back and listen to the Listening Party podcast because the old episodes still hold up. They're still just as good as they ever were.
They were.
Go back, and the feed is still there. Listen to the Listening Party podcast. Maybe go back and even listen to the show that Uncle and I were on. You'll have fun with that.
That's still on there.
Yeah,
it should be.
That's up there. Up there. You can find it also at UncleThePodcast.com. We have it posted on there somewhere. Yeah. In the, I forget. Is it the press section? It's the press section on my website. I forget.
I don't know.
It's on the.
It was the old one.
It's on the blog tab at
the
Uncle
blog
the Podcast.
tab. It was the old one.
Go through that. You'll find it. Go down far enough, and you'll find the blog post on UncleThePodcast.com.
By the way, Chuck, did you get cards?
Yeah. Chuck got the cards. Oh, let's talk about the street team.
Oh yeah, that's the next thing I was gonna talk about.
Right.
Did you check your mail lately?
Street cream for everybody there. Street cream, right?
Street cream.
The street cream.
I by mistake I said street cream when I was doing a little thing on your show a couple weeks ago, and now they keep repeating it in the chat room. But
it's become quite the phenomenon.
It has the street cream. Anyway, no, I got cards, and I'm already handing some out, and I'm going to mail them out with the packages that go out in August from the network. So there's going to be some mailed out. There's going to be some handed out. And indeed, your producer is part of your street cream or street team, depending on who's saying it. There you go.
All right, so you got... So it's nothing you haven't checked in your mailbox yet. Huh?
Well, look, Uncle,
it'll be sent to his mailbox, correct?
Yes. Chuck? If anybody out there listening wants to be part of Uncle the Street Team, all you got to do is send an email to me, franz@theageoftransitions.com, or send a tweet to us. Is good. That'll work good. Or put what else can you do? You can send actual mail. To again, go to the contact page on UncleThePodcast.com, send a message saying, hey, I want to be part of the street team. And we'll give us a mailing address, and we'll mail you street team materials, which are essentially business cards with Uncle the Podcast info on them, and also send you some other stuff like Age of Transition stickers and things like that.
Well, so everything will be mixed into it so you can get
and plus
some stuff.
When I make my trip to the post office, I'll send you guys a package as well. But I'm going to do that at the beginning of August. So, you'll be able to maybe mix in some of the swag that I send over to you with some of those street team packages, and therefore you can become part of the Uncle Street Team, and thusly transition yourself into Street Cream. How about that?
I might think of putting that Street Cream together, since you're talking about it a lot.
You know what I need to do, Uncle, is
I think that's what we should have called it.
I need to make an Uncle
Strip Cream instead of Strict Cream.
That's so we should officially call Uncle the Street Team Uncle the Street Cream from now on.
But because it's what's going on to this record here.
Hey, why not?
We got Chuck Doom saying the words, so saying them right off the air.
Uncle, I want to give a shout out to Creative Accidents, regular listener, supporter, and Street Team member, fully engaged Street Team member.
Boy, I can't wait till New Year's Revolution.
Yeah.
I'll get more people then than I do now.
Uncle, Creative Accidents is out there hitting the streets. He's not only has our business cards, but he's posting them out in public.
Like, wait a minute. Who is this guy?
This is one of our supporters, Uncle.
It is?
Yes.
What's his name?
Creative Accidents is the online handle. He's in the chat room right now.
It's in the chat room?
Yes.
Congratulations, chat room man. Finally, you're doing something properly. Trying to move them out. Get those cards sold.
Yeah.
Get them out there.
And so I have some photos he sent to me, which will be going on the Instagram page of his street team activities.
You sent to him or he sent it back?
He sent pictures of me of his street teaming. So
how come I don't see it? I only see this apple here. I want to see this guy. There's an apple here in front of me.
I'll show you the street team pictures he sent, and he's telling me in the chat room it says if you glue business cards with shoe glue, they become stickers. So you could do that with Uncle the business card, and then that's what he did as Uncle the Street Team. You can put shoe glue on the back of a business card and stick it to something.
Oh boy!
I was going to say that I should make Uncle the podcast stickers, vinyl stickers, which I think I'm going to do that, and I'll be part of the package coming up too.
Well, start doing something, sidekick. We're getting all this crazy stuff, and the chat room is doing a lot of your work. It sounds like to me.
They're
doing the business.
They are.
I like to hear.
Truly.
I mean, but they're giving you the slack.
Yeah.
You're doing the slacking.
I am always doing the slacking.
I know.
I'm just trying to keep up at any given time.
Hard time to keep up with the.
That's all I can do.
The chat room in there, because that chat room is moving. I can tell you the way you're talking about them, they are moving the system. That's like I like to hear.
Uncle, Creative Accidents. Not only is Creative Accidents out there sending pictures of the street team that we're going to post to Instagram and fully engaged member of the street team leading the charge, but also he won our Instagram Name That Tune game today, which had a new post today.
Oh, what did you do? What was it?
I don't even know. I didn't show you that. I played the song. What's one of the songs from the original Top Gun movie, Uncle?
Oh, the Top Gun.
What two songs they play over and over in that movie? One of those two.
Oh, I know which one it was.
It was one of those two songs.
It's the how's it go?
Is it Take My Breath Away?
It's one of them.
Yeah, what's the other one?
The other one is
Highway.
Time it's
Highway
no.
To the
Time Zone.
Yes.
Time Zone.
Yeah, that
I know the two. Those two.
So I played the guitar part for that song on Instagram as a Name That Tune thing. Creative Accidents got it. Shout out. Anybody who wins that game gets a shout out here on the broadcast.
Man, I'm surprised it was those guys. I'm surprised not just one had it. I thought more people would catch it.
There didn't seem to be a lot of action on Instagram today for whatever reason. Maybe because it was a Friday. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's because it's the end of the week.
Nobody's on there.
And they know I do my broadcast at the end of the week.
We do.
So hopefully they had somebody to talk to here.
I hope so.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. So playing along on Instagram, Name That Tune. There's plenty of other tunes yet to be named if anybody wants to play the game. Get on the Instagram page.
What has Sidekick got us going here there, Chuck? We got Sidekick doing some work on this stuff at least.
Yeah. At Uncle Podcast. That's our Instagram and Twitter feeds. Follow us. We're on social media. Uncle, we're really engaging our audience.
Yeah, well, we're engaging them.
My goodness.
Well, we had a good first call tonight. Well, let's see who we can get
Uncle,
now.
that was none other than Rod.
Rod the Cod.
Rod the Cod.
That's the man.
From the Party People.
Party People boy.
Yeah.
I know. Very good, Rod.
Very good.
Very good, Rod.
If anybody else wants to call, please call in.
Please call in. The number is
319-527-5016. You can also
the sidekick here. I want to have some.
You can also come in via Skype. Find Chuck, producer Chuck, at charles.ocelli. That's his username on Skype. He'll bring in the show through Skype if that works for you. Charles.ocelli.
Whatever's easy for your guests. You guys is whatever easy for you guys. So,
Uncle, we're just sitting here working from home.
Well, I'm still studying the number on this beer.
That's the name of this beer we're drinking.
I mean, this beer.
Working from home session IPA. How do we feel about this, Uncle? Let's rate this thing.
We want to rate it now?
Well, how do you feel about the taste of it? How does this compare to the lager beer of last week? What's that mean?
Terrible.
You mean this is terrible? You don't like it?
I have the taste is terrible. I got to give it. You know what mine was going to be.
It's not that great, right?
Not that great.
Okay, so let's just go for it. 1 to 10. Where's this fall? Where's it rate on the 1 to 10 scale, the Uncle scale of dollar store beers?
Never said it this low.
Oh my gosh, it's that bad.
Yeah. A 4.
A 4.
I mean,
that's almost unprecedented.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
I've had a better number taste on this last beer than these. What do you give it?
Working from home. I'll give it a 6, given that's an IPA. It's an IPA. It's not good.
6?
It's a 6. I wouldn't drink. Yeah, it's good for an IPA. I'm giving it a 6 above middle, going to 6 because it's good for an IPA. You see, but I don't like IPAs.
What is it? What do you call it? Would it have been for the other kind? If this would have been.
Well, last week we drank Dutch Republic lager beer from Holland, and that was awesome.
I know. See the difference in the taste, though.
Yes, I do.
You can tell the difference in these tests.
Yes.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love lagers. I love pilsners. I love porters. Don't care for IPAs. And you don't either, apparently. Man, a 4. I don't remember you giving such a low rating.
I did 1 or 2. I never gone down lower than 4. But I never went down. Actually, I might have gave 1 before. I forget where.
You've given something a 1?
Yeah, I forget which one.
It's hard to remember. I should have a spreadsheet with all these on it. I just don't.
That should be something you could do too.
Talking
about a spreadsheet.
A beer review spreadsheet.
Start on that. I got to give you something else to do. Since you've gotten off this here and got off right away.
What?
Where was my sign?
Oh yeah, I know.
I've been sitting here for the last month and a half on Fridays. And I haven't seen my sign.
Uncle, the backdrop isn't here. We're not live streaming on YouTube as maybe we had ought to.
Why not?
I know we could. We're just not.
What's going on here?
We could. Maybe we will. We're not now.
I'm going to do a New Year's resolution. I want that up.
Oh yeah. For the New Year's revolution, we'll live stream.
I want to put that up because
we will.
We will. What's his name? She gave us a working thing to give us a. I know. And the sidekick here
we'll use
is slacking again.
Well, look, if listeners, if there is a desire to see us on live stream YouTube, if you want to see a live stream of Uncle the Podcast on YouTube, let us know. We'll get back into it. We'll start live stream again. So listeners, let us know if that's something you would like to see.
Should we put that on a vote?
I
know they will. You want to get a vote on this now. This, is going to go high.
A vote?
Yes, they're going to go high on it if we gone on a vote on this.
Just send a message. Just send a message on Twitter or the chat room here or an email or whatever. Just contact us and say, hey, do that live stream thing. It'd be good to see the live stream video.
Live stream for a little bit.
If that's what you want, we'll do it. Hey, we aim to please here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so this gets a pretty bad rating.
Bad rating for me.
We're drinking it though. But anyway, Top Gun Maverick.
This Top Gun Maverick. Now back to that a minute.
Back to it.
I was looking at that picture of the girl. Ain't the same one.
No.
But not from appearance. I only saw a side shot of her. Not a full thing, But when I get to see
she was only on there for like a split second.
I have to have
they
it.
They did a lot of quick cuts
for a few minutes to see it.
Well,
but I didn't see it that clearly to figure out from the old one to this one. I mean, when I see him, gonna see that, I'm impatient to see. Because you know how I am there, Chuck, looking at these women.
Yeah.
I mean,
we know how that goes. Yeah. Well, you'll get to see more than a minute of her on screen, I'm sure, in Top Gun Maverick. We only see a split second in this trailer with the quick cuts. We get split seconds of all sorts of stuff.
Because I know she's gonna be hounding him. I know it. I know for a fact.
He's gonna have more
this movie. He's gonna be hounding him.
So more women trouble in this movie, like the last one.
Right.
He had troubles with.
I don't know what she's gonna be in it, or what's her sign, or what it's going to be. Is she going to be the heavy lady?
The heavy lady.
The one that had on the first one. The first one, remember?
Oh, yeah. It was his boss.
No, that was his boss?
Yeah, right? It was
the lady?
Not
the lady.
The love interest from the first movie.
That's what I'm saying.
He hits on her at the bar. That's how he meets her. Then the next day, he goes to Flight Academy where he's a student. And she comes in as like some specialist from, I forget what, the DOD
Washington, D.C. she was going
to.
So
she's essentially like a boss or whatever. Or she's working there as a teacher.
Right. And she didn't. What he didn't know.
He did not see that
shocked
coming.
him.
Yeah, it was a shock.
That wasn't to see. So I like to see what happens with that part of it.
Do you think there's going to be some homoerotic elements to this film like the first one, Uncle?
Yeah, there could be some. I want to find another thing. I want to find out. You know how he was the lower guy on the stick? I'm curious to see who it's going to be in this one.
So we're talking about who's the bottom?
Bottom. No, how he was the bottom. Maverick was the bottom in the first one.
And Goose was the top.
Yeah. I mean, but let's see what's going to happen here on the bottom side of this one. We haven't seen that. That is surprising us with that part.
I hope they leave a bit to the imagination when it comes to all of that. Thank you very much. But we'll see. The first one was definitely that had that element to it.
You have a caller coming in now via Skype.
Ooh, Skype. Ooh.
Okay, caller.
Who are you and what's your name and who are you from?
Where are you calling from?
Greetings. This is Robin from Victoria, returning again.
Robin, we know you.
Yeah, we know Robin.
Good to hear from you.
I'm joining this the first time on Skype here, so this is a new
I told you that was a new thing.
New system.
You pop it in with him and he showed him over to us.
Nice.
How's the latency and whatnot on this?
It sounds very good here.
It's nice tonight. It's not messing up. It's excellent doing tonight.
Yeah, it's a good sound.
I'll probably be calling in on this more in the future because I realized after a few months that it was costing probably like $10 a time calling down to
my gosh,
Georgia.
Robin!
How did you do that?
Robin!
Well, I didn't realize that my phone plan wasn't that a long distance. So.
Oh wow!
That's a long distance from wherever you're from.
That's not even a Georgia number either. It's just sort of like it's a generally like called number. That's I forget where it is. It's even from, but you obviously don't have one that goes to the United States. Ooh, didn't know that. But here's the thing.
That's fine though.
They've done this weird thing with Skype, so it takes me a minute to get him on. Believe it or not, I've been trying to get Robin on for like 5-10 minutes here. Because of the way they changed the way you can add people. So I've got to confirm his contact twice before I can even bring him into the call, which is this new weird thing they're doing.
Something about this. Yeah. I got to say something about this now.
I'm sorry. I just showed Uncle the image of
I just saw the image of this one girl.
I don't know.
I see
from
what
the first
that
movie.
Beautiful makeup does.
What she looked like,
what she looked like.
What she looks like today, as opposed to in Top Gun 1.
In Top Gun 1, and now I just saw it. How they mix the face and the makeup.
They really got that makeup.
I'm telling you, they really do a good job.
Those makeup artists, I'm telling you.
Have you seen this? Have you seen first number one? What's his?
We're talking to Robin here.
Robin, did you see number one?
I have, but it's been a long time, and I don't really recall. The only recent experience I have with Top Gun is reading Tom Secker's book, National Security Cinema.
Well, he's going to have another
National
book
Security
after
Cinema.
this is over.
Yeah,
he talks about the Air Force involvement in producing that film, I guess, and how it was such a great recruitment. It's a Navy. Sorry.
Yep.
It's a Navy.
It's easy to confuse that.
It's a Navy boy. Yeah. He's a Navy boy, not an Army man.
It's a great
recruitment. No, I haven't watched it in quite a while, so I will have to revisit
get back watching it. Watch it before you talk about the new one that's coming in 2020.
Yeah.
We just had a clip. We just had a clip of it today.
Did you see the trailer, Robin?
You see the trailer?
Maverick.
No, I haven't seen the trailer yet. No. Is it worth checking out?
It is. It's very short, so it's definitely worth watching.
It's a short clip, but what I seen in it was really interesting and different people. No, we were having.
Do they have any throwbacks? Do they have any throwbacks with Tom Cruise?
That's what we were talking about.
Tons of that. Tons of. Actually, I saw Tom mentioning Tom Secker. He posted something about it on his Instagram, and he was mentioning how there's tons of fan service in it. And then he was going on to say something about how Tom Cruise somehow lied about why it took so long to make the sequel to Top Gun. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I think he has an article about that up on Spy Culture now.
Oh, he does?
So check that out.
Oh, yeah. We're breaking up a bit now here. No, I think we're good.
Oh, nope. Yeah, we hear you just fine, Robin. All's well there.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really have anything to add on the Top Gun conversation. That's for sure.
Yeah, because that's what we've been talking about all night just about
all night.
Because this is getting to my attention. This movie,
it really is.
Since I saw the clip of it, I said this is gonna be a wild one. I think it's going to be more wilder this one than it was the last one. Honestly, I really think it's going to be more wilder.
I should see it in theater, maybe then. Is that what you think?
Could be worth it. Yeah.
Well, we all have to see it in the movie theater. Before
you know what movie I did see in theater that had plane related? It was actually quite good. Dunkirk was have you guys seen that one?
Dunkirk. I remember that. No, I haven't seen it. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's actually because they do the escape from the beach or evacuation or whatever the hell you want to call it. And they do it from three perspectives. One from a pilot.
Is this World War II? World War II?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay. Dunkirk. They were fleeing. The British and others were fleeing because of the Blitz there, the Blitzkrieg.
Yes, I was always watch Army movies, but that one
but they do it from a pilot's perspective, a soldier on the beach's perspective, and then a boat captain because they were taking over any fishing boats and anything from anyone who had a boats, and they were driving those over to try to help take people off the mainland there.
Interesting.
So it's a really good movie, though. I recommend checking it out.
Yeah, all right. I remember that coming out. I didn't see it, but I feel like I remember somebody else liking it.
Is it on eClips?
We'll go see if we can find it. Maybe watch Dunkirk.
We might find it in eClips. Whatever that
there's some good war movies out there.
Well, I'll go through it if I can ever figure out how to play it again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go through it and look through these things.
We're having technical difficulties here, but we'll get through them. Yeah, Rob.
One thing, sword shop related too. I can vouch for.
Yeah. Sword shops.
I can vouch for the sword shop to a degree because actually, over 10 years ago, I want to say 12 years ago, I bought a training katana. It's this high density plastic. And it has a lifetime warranty if it ever breaks. And I've never, I've never really battled with it because I bought one and I tried to get my friends to buy one to fight with me, but none of them were into it as I was.
Yeah, sure.
So it kind of just hung around. And now since I got injured, I had it before my injury. Now I use it as like if I drop something under my bed or something, I use it like to pull stuff out.
Like a stick?
Yeah, just like a good stick.
Stick.
And the I don't know, what's the thing that protects your hand, that round thing? That actually provides a good, thing to grab kind of onto to make it, So I can tell you that the high density plastic swords that you might get at one of these shops are worth getting.
Oh, have you heard about what's happening there?
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. He knows all about that.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah. Robin, please tell me that when you bought that, you supported your local sword shop back then when you got that blade. Practice blade.
It was in the mall, absolutely.
Nice.
It was in it was when I lived in Kelowna.
Oh.
And I don't remember what it was called, but it was like blades and stuff or something.
Back to doing
and it was $40. I remember distinctly it was $40 as well.
$40 is cheap
for something like that.
Compared what we're talking about when I was looking at those blades that look like
pure blades.
Pure blade that look like a rainbow. I'm still talking about that. I mean, those beautiful rainbow.
Well, maybe you guys should invest in a couple of these high density swords.
I'm thinking
to get your toes in the water,
I'm trying to find an Astor's sidekick here.
Uncle,
let's get into some business with these rainbow things.
Uncle,
man.
Pure Blades is down with us on social media. They're liking our posts. We've made the relationship. Now we just need to get back in there and make the most of it. We'll see what happens. But
what we have to do there,
I know,
is do a show.
Yeah,
when he's ready to come in.
That's the goal.
Well, let's have him know when he's ready to let us know when we can on a Friday to come in.
What I'm saying is we've sowed the seeds. The ground is fertile. Things are looking good.
Well, first of all, we have the okay for the owner.
Well, that's what we need. That's all we need.
We have the okay. I'm sure that he'll say okay, but we have to know when and time.
Okay. Well,
we know Friday.
That's the next goal.
I know we're getting to the end of the show here, so I'll jump off, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. We'll talk to you next time.
Good chat. I'm glad Skype works so well because then it wasn't cost me $10 at a time to call in.
Yeah, no. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Let me tell you something.
Now that you're on the list,
call in the cheapest.
I will do.
Definitely. Now that you're on the list, all you got to do is send me a little text message in there, and I can just add you into the call. Okay.
Perfect. Right on, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, Robin. Take care now.
I'm happy we got 2 calls at least.
Yeah. This is a fine show, Uncle.
Yeah.
We're getting real.
See, you're right, Chuck. They call for me. They don't call for the sidekick here.
No, they don't. But why would they?
He got no calls first hour. None.
I am the popular one for the second hour. You don't understand, sidekick.
Yeah.
I do the pushing.
Yeah.
I do the pushing to get him on that phone.
Kind of like Goose does.
Him the calls and he shoots it over.
You're the Goose of the show.
Yeah, but as I say, Goose. You might be Maverick, but I'm Goose. If you know what I mean.
Well, we've truly made a true closet out of this recording space, Uncle.
Well, I'm glad.
Goodness gracious.
And, by the way, I forgot to mention.
What's that?
Last week we had that shaker.
We had what shaker? What?
We had a
the
shaker
earthquake?
last week.
That was 2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago, first shaker while we were talking on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That was a shock.
Yeah, that was a historic broadcast, Uncle.
That was on a
live earthquake coverage.
Earthquake coverage. Was saying, what happened?
You heard it here first.
Yeah. Now that was shocking.
While we were recording live, the earthquake happened, and we gave the full report as it was happening on the ground.
Yeah. We were talking, and I said, what was that?
This week, the only disaster was the exploding beer, and whatever your wife's going to do to you afterwards, because you got stuff all over the closet. So there you go.
I didn't see the mess of it, the bottom of this yet. You might see them on my pants, but not nowhere else.
I think we'll be all right. I think I'll be able to clean up properly. We're fine.
This isn't.
Yeah, we've seen worse, Uncle. Worse things happen around here. That's for sure.
Hey, I'm still disturbed by this idea that you have a female doppelganger somewhere. That's a mental image that is just it's just wrecking my mood, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Uncle, do you want to give the story about that? That's basically it comes down to with the Listening Party podcast was Rod and his wife Denise were the hosts of the show.
Right.
And how did that equate to us, Uncle, Rod and Denise?
Well, what happened? We started listening to them.
Yeah, but you had the idea that you were more like Rod and I was more like Denise.
Oh.
Remember that idea?
Oh, that idea.
Yeah.
It's because I have his ideas.
Yeah.
He has her ideas.
Intellectually, we're similar.
And similar, like, I don't know, the other way around. But
personality-wise,
yeah. In that way. But that way only is what I was talking about.
Oh, when you said doppelganger, I literally pictured a body double, and that just disturbed me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. It's not.
I'm thinking of, I see what you're saying.
We're both quite thin. I mean, we have that going for us. But other than that, I mean, not really. It's just more, I guess it's an attitude thing, huh, Uncle?
Is she bald? I mean,
no, she isn't bald.
I pictured a bald, skinny woman with the glasses. And the whole bit.
No.
He said doppelganger. He used the word doppelganger, Uncle. I'm sorry. It just that's
doppelganger. Now, that's no bad word.
No, it's not a bad word.
I meant it in the psychological sense.
No, that's okay. But doppelganger usually means body double. So I'm like,
Are we on wrestling again?
Uncle, I'm misusing terms again.
I got a face thing in my room, by the way. Showed up. We got a wrestler face showed in my room.
Yeah, you do.
I saw that. I said, Uncle, whoa, what happened? I got a new guy in here.
Uncle, I don't think we even have time to get into all this now. The show's almost over.
Over?
Almost.
We just got started
talking. Throw some shout-outs out. Hurry.
All right, throwing shout-outs to you-know-who, and especially the Swordmen. I'm want to shout
Pure
out
Blades.
Pure Blades, a shout-out to you.
Tyler Galleria.
Yeah, Diarrhea. Diarrhea. What are you yapping about, Sidekick? And again, sorry to hear the party people's off the
Listening Party podcast. Go back and listen to the old shows.
Well,
shout out to Rod. Shout out to Street Team Super member Creative Accidents.
Yeah, Creative Accidents. Shout out to them. Shout out to the beef people, the regular people that I'm fucking orange. Shout out to my neighbor, by the way.
Shout out to the neighbor.
You know who he is.
We know who he is.
And
and the Blue Angels.
Oh, yes.
The Flyers.
The Flyers, the Blue Angels. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Of course, they had kind of things down in Florida.
At an air show, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see them there. Yeah. All those air teams from the Blue Angels.
To all them.
Yeah, so I think that's about it for tonight, Uncle. I think the show's over. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, at Uncle Podcast, and UncleThePodcast.com is where you can find us.
That's where you find us.
Anything else, Uncle?
No, that's the end of the show.
All right, see you next time, everybody.
Hope everybody liked the show tonight. Bye-bye.